All right, everybody, this is Dom Air Racing. We're here back from Roswell. It's September 27th, 2025, it's Sunday. We're at Plant City. We brought race 7-2 back, but now it's time to start on the new number 12 Outrageous, race 51, or as we're gonna call it, Area 51. So we started unpacking everything that we brought back from Texas after we picked this up from Justin Metter's hangar. And I thought I'd just take a minute to kind of go through our approach, put this online just to see, people are like, well, how do you go about doing all this? Well, I guess first is a big thanks to Mr. Justin Metters for the lengthy instructions and dictation I was able to put down, and he made some corrections too. We broke it into various 3 components really. Things to do before assembly and assembly instructions, and then obviously flight instructions at the end. I think it was just something that is so valuable as you get somebody's custom build and you kind of maybe don't know the legacy of it, is to get as much information on it as you can. Logbooks really don't tell the story. Having contacts and emails and phone numbers on somebody you can reach out to is going to be invaluable to the assembly. I gave you a shot of the aircraft, and we're going to touch on that kind of in a second. Right now what we have here is the horizontal stabilizer and elevators that came back from Cato. I have it sitting upside down, and we just did a little bit of a rough fit. Just wanted to see what kind of condition it was in. It's ready to go, just needs to be sanded and painted really. No major concerns. There's little parts that just need to be sandblasted and cleaned up, but most of the parts were already cleaned up and painted. It's just like a brand new model. A lot of this is going to be missing all this hardware, and that's something I rely on, Abe here at Skydeck Aviation as my AMP to help me do the right hardware, the right safety wire, and kind of figure out how all the components are going to go together. Some of these components that we have are sort of interesting in the fact that they are labeled maybe as right hand, but I'm like, is this supposed to be this bent? Well, we'll find out. One of the ways we're going to do that is we're going to put this together just in loose assembly to figure all that out, and then at the end of the day, it'll be, nicely painted and finished like this. So that's part number 1, is just kind of taking stock. We have boxes of parts that we've already gone through. A lot of this is, we have some baffling from the old engine. Okay, well, are we going to reuse it? Probably, in this case. But some of this stuff, maybe we redo, right? And then, without going through all of it, we have cables, we have foot pedals, all the stuff that we're going to need to put it together. But what we're going to focus on today are some of the prep work for the body. And I'm going to realign you here. So, as you can see, this is all just prepped here with primer, but this is after it came out of the mold. So there's some spots that are pointed out as, need work or whatnot, but you could see these small holes that are made there. That's because they've already gone and set this up, like I'm looking at here in the back, and made it ready to fit and finish. They already went ahead, and this is the good thing about this project, is they've already figured all this out and made these pieces. Finishing this and getting it to look like this and mating it up is not going to be too bad. What we did just now is put the clecos back in, figure out, I think there's some trimming that's going to have to be done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these off and take them home, and then I'll finish them all real nice so they look like this. And then we'll come back and we'll cleco them back on with the epoxy and adhesive, and we'll make this smooth all into it just like this. So eventually what we're going to end up doing is taking the upper part of this body off and taking it to a separate shop. That's where we're going to do all the finish sanding and painting. You know, one of the other things we're going to have to figure out here yet is how do we do the canopy. There's two different designs, and I think the design we're going to probably go with is thinking about latching it here from the back as opposed to the side. There isn't enough room on the front to do it because that's where the fuel tank is, and you got to be able to pop this open to put gas in it. So there's a few thoughts on that. We still have to do the seat and the bucket there. You know, what we're starting out with is I got this part of the seat and I have a back brace somewhere. So I'm going to use that NASCAR foam, and we're going to foam in a seat, and then I'll carbon fiber the foam, and then we'll fasten it to the airframe. But you know, within the laundry list of things to do, we're trying to break it up where airframe can be assembled here, and then you know, we could do the body work elsewhere. Other things we do have, I mean, we do have the wing ready, and we do have the engine. The engine needs, you know, some love. I got a carburetor and stuff in the box. So, you know, at the end of the day, we do have to do a lot more of the manufacturing on here. So one item here is going to be, you know, we got to do the inlets. When we do the inlets to the plenum, there's a couple of considerations we're going to have to make is where the inlet goes. I know there's some CAD files that we can use to make some 3D elements, and then we can carbon over them, vacuum seal them really nice. But we're going to want to manage our airflow inside and how we're going to do the cooling out the bottom, and we have the bottom piece. So this is just an overall where are we at, and what are we going to be working on over the next few months. So stay tuned. I'll try to make this a little more specific each time we're doing something, and maybe those that want to learn, you just ping me, and we'll make sure we touch on the things you're looking for. Okay, thanks. We'll talk to you later.